Watch this. Keep reading.
You're not
Melissa, you're not listening. You're not listening. That's how this demon got in you. That's how this demon got in you right here, Melissa. Go ahead, read on. Because Zephaniah, we're not out here to make peace with nobody. We out here coming at the neck of all these fake-ass religions. That's right. That destroy our people. That got our people in chains to begin with. Teach. That's why we here, to make war.
You're Seventh-day Adventists?
Yeah.
Oh boy. So, all praise. So, let me ask you a question. Since you go to church every Sunday, and you learn about that Saturday. Okay, good. At least that's accurate to a degree. All right. So, what do they teach you about the Sabbath? Like, how are you to keep the Sabbath?
Keep the Sabbath holy.
How?
By giving it, it's a day of rest.
Okay. True.
Yeah.
What else? And it's okay if you don't know. I'm not really. I'm just curious.
I'm not too sure.
Understood. That perfect answer. I'm gonna show you how you keep the Sabbath day holy. Read what you got.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Like you said, read.
6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Right. So these stores, you see these stores, sis? None of these stores should be open on the Sabbath. None of them, because if they're open, what are people doing inside of them? And working. But God said on that day you aren't to work. Do people in your church work on Saturday?
No.
Okay, good. All praises, read.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31.
Read it out.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
So if these stores are open on the Sabbath day to sell things to you, how do you keep the Sabbath day holy with these stores? Read.
That we would not buy it of them.
What?
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
So do y'all go out to eat on Saturdays? Good. Okay, all praise. So y'all have some wisdom, some understanding, right? And let me ask you this. Is it acceptable in your church for people throughout the day to dress how you dress this? Is that acceptable in your church?
Yeah.
Is that acceptable with God?
I mean.
So pretty much you said a lot.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
You said a lot. You said Christ.
Right.
You said Christ's color doesn't matter.
Right?
Doesn't matter.
How old are you, sister? You don't mind me asking?
I'm 16.
16. So you're someone's daughter. You're someone's young daughter, right? Let me show you something. Let me show you what you're supposed to be being taught in your church. This is in the New Testament, right? New Testament. Read.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
In the like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So the Bible says in the New Testament that women, you are a young woman, should adorn themselves in modest apparel. What is modesty? What does that mean? What does modesty mean?
Modesty is defined by to each their own. Everyone's standards.
That is not true, sis. That you know what that is? That's that's American. That's subjective, right? That's subjective to your whatever you believe, however you feel. That's what it is. That's subjective, but that's not true. Modesty is very clearly defined, right? As showing care or covering yourself up. That's what modesty is. Would you agree? Would you agree?
Definitely.
Absolutely. You're older sister, so you understand, right? This is a young sister, so we gotta build her up, sis, right? So read it again.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves.
They dress themselves, so beautify themselves.
Right.
In modest apparel.
Wearing clothes that cover them up.
That's right.
You're young enough to have somebody going out here. And the whole body is showing, sis. And God just told you, and they should be telling you in your church, cover up. That's inappropriate. Not just for you, but for sis if she dressing like that, for grandma if she dressing like that, for any woman that's dressing like that. Because what type of attention is that's going to draw? What you dressing like that, sis? I'm not picking on you. I just I want to get your mind right? What kind of attention is that going to draw from young boys around here?
I don't know.
You know, sis.
And that's a sin on the man.
It's a sin on you to dress like that too?
No, it's a sin on the man.
Right.
Keep your eyes to yourself. It's a sin on the man.
And stop giving it to him to see, sis.
No.
Read it again.
It's a
Read it
sin
again.
on the man.
Read it again.
To eat their
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9.
It's a commandment for you. So if you don't keep this,
It's a sin on the man.
right, and you can't control, and I agree, but you can't control them. You can control yourself.
My sister right here. I want to ask you a question because it's good now. We have the aged down to the younger sisters, right? So you can see now where their generation is going off. So now she said it's on the man, right? And I've heard that before. She said it's on the man that he shouldn't be looking. He shouldn't be looking.
Period.
But does that give you an excuse? Let me ask her. Does that give her an excuse to walk outside with, say, a skirt up to here and her chest out? Booty shorts on. In a see-through shirt with no bra. Does that give her an excuse because the man shouldn't be looking?
Bring it out.
That's like waving a bone in front of the dog and then getting mad at the dog for drooling.
Right.
All right? You already know what it is. That's why your generation, that's why you sisters put it on in the first place.
Right.
Why? Because they know it's going to get the man's attention. It's bait. It's bait. And it goes into a bigger problem. Here's the problem that it goes into. Read this one more time. I'm gonna show you where the problem comes in. 1 second, sis. Read.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. And like manner also.
So now this is the New Testament, by the way. This is what God is saying. Read.
That women adorn.
Go ahead.
That women adorn themselves.
That women adorn themselves in what?
In modest apparel.
So now, sis, I'm gonna ask you again. The Bible says that the women should adorn themselves in what?
Modest apparel.
So now, here's a question to you again. What is modest apparel? Because the Bible's saying that the women should adorn themselves in modest apparel. So what is modest apparel now? Because before you said it's subjective, but why would God leave an open-ended question out there like, hey, make sure that these women dress modest? But nobody knows what modest is. Because they're like, well, modest to me is this. Modest to me is booty shorts. Modest to me is butt naked. What is modest according to the Bible?
Bring it out. Modesty is subjective. That's what I think.
You think?
That's what.
But I just read it out of the.
I know.
You're following me now. I just read it out of the Bible, right? That it was commanded that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel. But now you're saying it's subjective. Hey, listen, sis. Listen, and you, we're the sister, the older sister, right? I wish she would have stayed because she knows this.
She right there.
She knows it. Hey, she gone. So the older sisters, the older generations, they know this. This is what's lost with you young generation. Go to Zephaniah 1 and 8. And I want you, sister, if you don't mind, I want you to tell me what parameters Christ is coming back, right? What parameters, especially as it pertains to our apparel. Because a lot of us think, especially in all these Christianity religions, right? Which are all man-made, by the way. You look at this. Don't look away. Look at it, sister. Right. You find 7-Day Adventists up there yet? Show it to me. Show me 7. Come forward. Because this is why you have that thought. This is why. So we're going to help you out, sister. We're going to help you out because what you're facing is death. That's what you're facing. That's right. You see how you laugh and you snicker at that? That's what we were taught in all these institutions of lies. Read Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 8. Hold that. The book of Zephaniah. I want it to face that way though, so she can identify the spirit that she has on her now, because it's now his spirit. Where is that at? Right here. This is the spirit. Ellen G. White. That's the spirit that you have on you. That's not the spirit of your forefathers. That's not the spirit of Christ. Christ is your Lord, right? All you Christians or Christ lovers, come forward and let's identify what spirit you have on you. But as we go through the Bible, the Holy Bible, I want you to identify the spirit that you have on you, the religion that you have on you. Watch this. Come on.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
So Christ said what? He's going to destroy all those that are clothed in strange apparel. Now sis, come, don't be afraid. He says strange apparel. So now what does the Lord consider strange? Because you say it's subjective, right? It's subjective, meaning it depends on what that person who wears it or has the thought to put it on. It's up to them whether it's modest or strange or appropriate or not appropriate, right? But what is the Lord? Are you not afraid of the destruction that we just read? Read it again. Read it again. Now you're thinking. That's good. Yes, you are. You thinking. It's all right. Come on.
The book of Zephaniah.
If you're not thinking, think this time. Think this time. Watch this.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that
You know what the day of the Lord's sacrifice is? We just read about it in 2 Peter chapter 3. We just read about it. Destruction. Destruction. All these cities destroyed. All these religions destroyed. All these kingdoms that taught you these religions destroyed.
That's right.
And we're going to read it again. But you need to understand first and foremost, sister. First and foremost. Because again, it's not an attack on you. It's an attack on the demons that oppress you. It's an attack on all the lies that all of our people have been taught. That's why we own the microphone. Because we want all of our people to hear. Not just our sister. What's your name?
Melissa.
Melissa? Yeah. Not just our sister Melissa. We want Melissa and all the children of Israel. Right. That's who you are. That's who our people are. Right. We want all of them to hear what we're saying, right? Right. So listen carefully again, Melissa. The day of the Lord's sacrifice is the day that Christ comes back, not to hug everybody, not to kiss everybody, not to give you a soft look and say, come on. That's not how Christ is coming back. Right. Christ is coming back to kill everybody who's not keeping his commandments. Bloody murder is how Christ is coming back. Watch this. Read it again.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish,
Melissa,
that I will punish the princes.
The princes? Who are the princes? Those set in stature. Those who think themselves to be something. Right. Those who think themselves to be so important or so smart or so rich or so mighty that no judgment can touch them. So Christ is coming straight at the neck of whoever when he returns. Whoever ain't keeping the laws. Right. Whoever ain't doing what he said do. Right. In the Bible. Right. That we all got a Bible. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? All these institutions that you can see right here, all these religions, they all come under the guise of this same book. Right. But somehow we don't know what's in the book. Right. Somehow we don't know what we think of this book as subjective. We think of right and wrong as subjective. Well, what about if somebody, sister, if a brother feels like rape, it's subjective whether it's right or wrong. How would you feel about that?
Bring it out.
If a brother feel like murder, it's subjectively right or wrong. How would you feel about it? See, you say, no, you should not kill, brother. You should not kill, sister. Can you say that? No, Melissa, you can't. That's the argument that you're fronting about those clothes.
That's right.
Let's read it again.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 8.
This is anti-subjective right here. Watch this.
And it shall come to pass.
Hold on.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, and I will punish the princes and the king's children.
And the king's children.
So do you yourself follow every single rule in the Bible?
Yes.
Bring it out.
Yes.
Bring it out.
Yes.
Bring it out.
Yes. And guess what? Let me tell you something.
The Bible has a
Melissa, let me tell you something.
Every single.
Let me tell you something, Melissa.
It's a lie.
Let me tell you something, Melissa.
It's a lie.
Without this Bible,
It is a lie.
I am a monster.
It is a lie. Judgment?
I am an animal without this Bible. Watch this. Keep reading. Melissa, you're not listening. You're not listening. That's how this demon got in you. That's how this demon got in you right here, Melissa. Go ahead, read on. We're not out here to make peace with nobody. We are here coming at the neck of all these fake-ass religions.
That's right.
That destroy our people. That got our people in chains to begin with.
Teach.
That's why we're here, to make war. Give me Exodus 15 and 3.
Bring it out.
Jesus the Christ, the black Messiah, the real Jesus the Christ, is not coming for peace.
That's
Neither
right.
do we come for peace.
Sing it out.
We come to take back this world.
Right.
And you blacks and you Hispanics and you Native Americans, you better join this Bible. You better join this movement. You better come on, brother. I got you.
He said, why is it that we are not one people?
Why are we not all one people? That's an excellent question. Excellent question. Watch this. Let's get Exodus 15:3. Because I said something, right? A lot of our people think Christ is coming for peace. A lot of people think that the prophets are here for peace. We ain't here for peace. We're here to restore the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans back to their real heritage, which is the law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. Let's get it. Come on, read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is a man of war. This concept of this weak man with long hair and the blue eyes and this nonsense, that's all lies, and we've been deceived by it. So when you see this Bible, it's subjective. It's whatever you think it means. It's whatever you want it to be. It's however you feel that moment. Because we have been taught this demon right here.
Right.
Not this. Read it again.
The Lord is a man of war.
He don't care about your feelings. He don't care about your opinions at all. Keep my commandments or die. That's what the real Messiah says.
Right.
That's what Jesus the Christ says. Read it again.
The Lord is a man of war.
Come on.
The Lord is his name.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.